In this video, we will review the A Haunting in Venice movie. Let's begin. In 1947, having lost his faith in God and humanity, Hercule Poirot has retired to Venice, refusing to accept the dozens of cases that come to his door. His ex-police Italian bodyguard Vitali wards off all callers until Poirot's old friend, mystery writer Ariadne Oliver, arrives. She convinces the former detective to accompany her to a Halloween party at the palazzo of former opera singer Rowena Drake. Her beloved daughter Alicia's fiancé Gerard had broken off their engagement, with Alicia falling ill and eventually committing suicide, leading Drake to retire prematurely. The party is to be followed by a seance, led by the noted medium and former wartime nurse Joyce Reynolds, in which Drake hopes to speak to her daughter. Oliver states she is almost convinced by Reynolds and asks for Poirot's help to unmask her as a fraud. The child guests arrive and are entertained by a shadow puppet show telling the story of how during a historic plague, the sick children housed in that palazzo were left to die by their doctors and nurses, with the children's spirits haunting the house and killing any doctor or nurse who sets foot in it. The seance follows, and, though Poirot unmasks a hidden assistant up the chimney, other apparently supernatural occurrences precede Reynolds apparently talking in Alicia's voice. After arguing with Poirot, the medium leaves him with her cloak and carnival mask, which he dons before having a go at the apple bobbing bowl left over from the party. Another hooded and masked figure attempts to drown him, and soon afterwards, Reynolds falls from a balcony and is fatally impaled on a statue in the courtyard. With a storm cutting off the palazzo, Poirot locks the gates and begins to interview those in attendance, including Drake's former nun housemaid Olga Semenov, her former family doctor Leslie Ferrier, traumatized by his experiences in the liberation of Bergen-Belsen, Ferrier's son Leopold, Reynolds' two assistants Desdemona and Nicholas, Romani refugees rescued late in the Second World War by American troops, and Gerard, anonymously invited to the seance. Poirot continues to have visions of Alicia, but leads the guests to discover a hidden crypt in which the bodies of the plague children are found and where Ferrier and Gerard start a fight. Ferrier is locked in a room and Poirot takes the only key, shortly before he privately unmasks Oliver and Vitali as further accomplices in the seance. Vitali passed on knowledge of Alicia gained whilst investigating her death, and Oliver hoped to prove Poirot a fraud and recover from a run of 3 failed novels. Ferrier is found dead, impaled on a sword. In Alicia's room, Poirot disturbs a cup and realizes not only that he has been dosed with a hallucinogen by Oliver, but discovers the mastermind of the 3 deaths. Gerard had broken off the engagement, fearful of having Drake as a mother-in-law with her constant scorn of him, but changed his mind. However, obsessed with keeping her daughter's love and attention all to herself, Drake had kept the couple apart and regularly poisoned Alicia with small doses of the same hallucinogen in the tea, keeping her weak and in need of Drake. Ultimately, Olga unknowingly giving Alicia a higher dose, leading to her death. Suspecting Reynolds and Ferrier of then blackmailing her over the poisoning, Drake had then arranged the seance, assaulted Poirot mistaking him for Reynolds, killed Reynolds, and finally used the internal phone line to convince Ferrier to kill himself in exchange for her not killing Leopold, hoping to explain away both murders as the rationally inexplicable results of the children's curse. Exposed, Drake escapes to the roof but falls to her death in the canal, with Poirot seeing a final vision of Alicia pulling her mother off the roof. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel.